Here's the Morse Bridge boardwalk further downstream, up north. And there's the first on this expedition of the river, first great blue heron. One of the largest birds you'll see along the Hillsborough River, along with the sandhill crane, maybe, if you're lucky. Though for some reason, I tend to see sandhill cranes more prevalently around like lakes and residential places near lakes, more than riverine wetlands for some reason. And yeah, great blue herons. I've seen those catch some fish. They're really good hunters, as with all egrets and herons. Over here, this is a good you have some downed trees, looks like from a hurricane or a tropical storm maybe. And you have to think, why don't they remove these dang trees from the park? Well, as they release nutrients, they start rotting down, and you can already tell something's eating that wood. As they release lots of natural nutrients to the river. See where this one fell. Looks like it probably fell over the boardwalk and then they removed it. You see all the vines growing over, lots of new habitat. Surprised I haven't seen any squirrels. I think they're hibernating. You see on a boardwalk like this, you see a bunch of squirrels, but maybe it's just too cold for them. But yeah, that's why these blackwater streams, it's not from pollution, it's from breakdown of trees, leaves, etc. These swampy blackwater rivers, although they look like they're no good. Mosquito haven over here. This is an island. There's a creek just south of this boardwalk. Actually good filtering nutrients, and especially the breakdown of plant material releases nutrients for lots of niches. And, particularly this part narrows and there's lots of islands. You can kind of see some islands right now, but especially during low water you can really see how this river narrows. Again, this is a blackwater river. Although there are springs on the Hillsborough River, I'll probably talk about in the lower section of the Hillsborough, where they're more prevalent. Of course, not far from the source, about 9 or 10 miles, you have Crystal Springs, which I wish I could record at. Apparently it was open to the public until the mid-90s. Now it's only open to reservations for school field trips. Yeah, you know, what's up with that? I guess, I mean, that's a whole nother issue. I don't think springs should be privately owned, but especially one of the few second magnitude springs on the Hillsborough River. And but yeah, you do have spring influence on the upper Hillsborough, but still most of the water and the influence comes from tributaries. And already, yeah, you can see it turns north there again. This is just river swamp. And this will all dry out eventually. This is from recent rain. Most of the Hillsborough River volume comes from creeks and other tributaries. And already at Morse Bridge Preserve, you pass the biggest creek, Blackwater Creek, Flint Creek, which drains the Lake Nonasassa area, and Cowhouse Creek, although that reaches the Hillsborough on two sides and around the bypass canal, and I'll get into the history of the bypass canal probably the next trip at Trout Creek Park. The heron's still over there. He's hanging out. Probably saying, this is way too cold for Florida. What am I thinking? Oh, there's a turtle or something in the water. Not surprised I haven't seen any gators. Way too cold. Probably all hibernating. Yep. Nice and twisty, bendy Blackwater River, Hillsborough River is.